Guys, it is time for another episode of According to Low Elo.
Yes, it is. Yes,
And
it is.
Tyler, you want to tell everybody?
I could not be less excited because we already recorded this episode, but I'm an idiot and somehow muted my microphone. So this is a second recording, and I do apologize.
We're going to try to be as enthusiastic as we were in our original.
Right. Well, we'll cut out some time, too, of some of the stupid stuff we were talking about, so.
Sure. Yeah, it'll be maybe more fine-tuned. And
a little more concise, guys. But,
yep.
Yeah, let's get right into it. We're talking about the poll and the questions from last week's episode 40, patch 12.6.
Yeah, our poll, we wanted to know if you guys wanted us to do more Mythic content, like talk about it, go more in depth with it, and 75% of you said yes, so that's what today's episode is going to be about.
Yes, it is.
And moving on to our Q&A from last week, how do you feel about the lifesteal/sustain changes? Do you feel like Treasure Hunter is a good replacement? Gungnir7 said, I think these changes just embolden the idea of building Hullbreaker since lifesteal is not as strong. Also, great podcast. Keep it up, guys. Thank you. Appreciate that.
Appreciate that.
Always appreciate that. And what's funny now is because we already had this discussion, so we kind of have an idea of what. Because we were kind of, we were like, oh, this is an interesting take, but it makes a lot more sense now. We've already talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
But a lot of those split pushers, because we came up with Graves was a really good example of a champion that would build lifesteal and would build Hullbreaker.
Yep. Before
the nerfs, of course. Now you're not really seeing that as much. So champions that have a lot of... I brought up the example of Nasus, who has his own built-in lifesteal, and that kind of bleeds into the second answer we got. But kind of champions that can still build Hullbreaker and have their own self-sustain are going to outshine a lot of these champions. Like I brought up like Jax and Fiora, which are two champions you're not going to build Hullbreaker on. And they typically, I think I said, what else did I say? I didn't know Fiora doesn't build Hydra.
She builds Ravenous.
Yeah, but that's not that's
Jax
Omnivamp.
Ravenous. Yeah, it's Omni, exactly. So that's what we were talking about is
I was like
the
Jax
regular lifesteal
and Aurelia
items suck, but the Omnivamp items actually technically get a buff because the lifesteal items suck.
Right.
So you should expect to see more Fioras. You should expect to see more Jaxes, more of those 1v1 split push type champions that have innate healing or innate tankiness in their kit. Expect to see those guys on the Rift here.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. Like Nasus just comes to mind, just this built-in lifesteal.
Nasus with Ravenous Hydra, dude. The Omnivamp, though. I don't know if that's good, but I feel like when you're at 500 stacks and then you finish your Ravenous Hydra, I feel like you're gonna fucking bonk people and heal a shit ton.
Right.
Because his passive is lifesteal, not Omnivamp, right?
Yep. Lifesteal.
Yeah. So that would be interesting. That would be a very interesting build.
I think, I'm trying to think of other champions now that you just build Hullbreaker on. I think it's at least for pro play, it's kind of dying down.
Right. I feel like it's still decent on Trundle though, because he can actually bite the turret.
Dude, I'm waiting to see top Rengar.
I was gonna say, get a Hullbreaker Rengar.
Dude, that Q change, insane.
Wait. Are you ready for this? Top Ezreal with Hullbreaker.
All right, guys, that's the end of the podcast.
Yep. Boop.
So yeah, we'll go into the next answer, which was from Sean that said, not too phased with the lifesteal changes, have more of an issue with champion lifesteal abilities rather than the items. And again, that kind of moves back to like, I guess I wouldn't say Nasus, because Nasus isn't really a lane dominant champion, but like Fiora.
Yeah.
Fiora is pretty disgusting. And again, he was just in particular talking about laning, whereas junglers have way too much sustain.
Yeah, they're just built with sustain.
But yeah, Trundle was another example too, where he just gets free healing just from minions dying.
Yep. Or any enemy really.
God, I'm gonna have to try out Nasus.
Yeah.
I'll do the Ravenous Hydra. I don't think it's gonna be very good.
What do you think about what do you think about Renekton?
Renekton sucks.
Don't tell us that.
Sucks.
Don't tell us that. Just because he has a lot of innate healing. Oh, we talked about Darius too. Darius has a lot of innate healing, and that's one of the things I would be worried about if you pick Nasus and you're not banning Darius. Darius is literally like the opposite of Nasus, right? He should shit on you early. So that would be an interesting pick as well.
Yep, guys, thank you for writing in. Again, we're trying to be as enthusiastic as possible. And I guess we can just talk about the question that we had posed, and I guess we won't have to explain it completely, but our question was, because on the previous episode we were talking about, on the Ash and Fiddlesticks one, we were talking about older runes that you would run on those champions, and everyone remembers that
1% crit,
godly 1% crit. So my suggestion for if we had to replace Treasure Hunter, because it's 550 gold, is kind of, I don't think not every champion is gonna want to use that, but
right.
Give me a base 1% crit, and then each stack of whatever this new hunter rune is gonna be, of getting extra crit chance. Maybe you do it like a like 10% at max stacks.
Yeah, how much does Cloak of Agility give you? Is that 10 or 15%?
15.
So maybe 12%, because kind of right in between there, and that should fit somewhere about a 550 gold range.
But we were talking about that might be a little too broken. Just right, kind of
could be.
Yeah,
could be, because the gold value of crit isn't necessarily accurate versus what you're getting, right? Because 600 gold, which is a cloak for 15% crit, but one crit could be a change in any fight, right? That could be a kill. So it does mean that the way that crit, if you try to economize it into a gold value, doesn't necessarily follow a typical scale because of how impactful it is.
Yeah, it's kind of, it's the randomness of it, and
right.
You could crit once and that could win your lane. Like,
yep.
So I know it's a stupid idea. That was my suggestion, but for the people who maybe, obviously every year runes come in and go. So there's people that have just started playing maybe last year.
Yep.
There's people who have been playing since beta. If you could bring back one rune and like somehow figure it out to be like one of the hunter on the 4 bottom row of domination tree, what would you bring back? That's my question.
That's a good question. I like that question. Now, just want to let you newer players know, you guys don't know shit about quintessences and trying to say that fucking word.
Oh my god.
But that's all I can think about. It's the 3 big quintessences. And why they're called quints when that should be 5, I don't fucking know.
No one knows.
I'm glad they got rid of that word from fucking League vocabulary, because it was a absolute nightmare.
All right, Tyler, you think we could speedrun LCS?
Oh, dude, we could speedrun LCS.
Just to say, we went on for about 25 minutes.
We went on for about 25 minutes about Summit getting absolutely slapped by Someday.
Jesus.
That was an insane game. An insane series in terms of what 100 Thieves was able to pull off. 4 games in a row, technically, if you include the last game that they played them. 4 games in a row of absolute domination over Cloud9.
He ended this past weekend. I think it was the last 4 games, they said.
Yeah, I think the last 4 games, like 123 and 2 or something. Yeah, like that.
I think he ended up getting 2 kills in this series.
Yeah, dude, it was
223. Like, one game he was 0-7. I think the next game he was like 0-6-1. Like, dude, what? This guy just dominated this season. What happened?
Yep. I think Closer really did a good job on keeping Blabber in check, so he could not snowball.
Closer is so fucking good. Like,
that guy's cracked.
That dude's Lee Sin is next fucking level.
His Viego, his Lee Sin.
Oh my god,
dude is cracked. Absolutely cracked.
So yeah, C9 now is going against Golden Guardians next week.
Golden Guardians in the lower bracket next Saturday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific time. I'm not looking forward to that as a Golden Guardians fan, but an upset would be awesome. An upset would be absolutely awesome. I
Yeah,
don't
we
see it
said
happening because I don't
3-0.
think Pride Stalker. Yeah, we said 3-0 Cloud9
Yeah,
versus GG. I
okay.
don't think Pride Stalker is going to be able to do what Closer did
He's got to
to.
bust out some crazy like Zed jungle, dude. Give me that shit. Like he's got to do
They just
something.
got to let him play assassins, and he's got to actually be able to assassinate people. And please don't fucking play Nocturne. Please don't play Nocturne. There's two. What was there? 2 games this weekend of Nocturne play, and it just did not
Terrible.
work. Did not work. Just stop playing that fucking champion. Play something else. Um, like fucking Kha'Zix, Rengar. I don't know. Play fucking Rengar. He's broken right now. Okay, Pride Stalker.
That's true. I'm surprised. No
No one
Rengar
played
this
that.
weekend.
Right. That was weird. Maybe they haven't adapted to that yet because they only had a couple days to practice on that. But play Rengar if you're gonna play an assassin. Pride Stalker.
That's literally Rengar's title.
Right.
The
Exactly.
Pride
I mean,
Stalker.
yeah, that's his. That's where he got his name from, right? Was from
Oh yeah,
the old
was
Rangity
he,
Dangity.
is he Rengar one trick? I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah, I think so.
Cool.
So play Rengar. Um, on to Team Liquid and Evil Geniuses. This was probably the most insane series this week.
No
Definitely
doubt.
the most exciting. I mean, 100 Thieves Cloud9 was a clinic on how to counter an entire team through one player. Team Liquid Evil Geniuses was a clinic of how to not tilt and how to actually play a 5-game series out and give yourself an opportunity to win. I think Evil Geniuses lost Game 5 in draft when they drafted Renekton in Italy. Two big center champs on the LS list. Renekton fucking sucks. Stop picking that champion. All right? Don't pick that champion if you're playing pro. You're not going to win with it. You're not going to shit on anybody else.
Did he play it into Ornn? Is that what he played?
Yeah, I think so.
I think he just
so.
wanted like. I mean, you play champions. Renekton's early game, right? You got to get going. If he gets going early game, he's going to be unstoppable for the rest of the game. But
right, but once Ornn hits level 13.
yeah, Ornn just gets so much value out of just being Ornn. Like, and they shut down the Renekton, right? I don't know.
Absolutely.
Just don't pick Renekton.
Don't pick Renekton.
Like we're giving advice to these LCS teams. Don't
right,
pick Renekton.
right. And well, for all you fans that are watching, if you see someone pick Renekton, chances are the win rate's going to drop by 10%.
Dodge.
No, I think in low elo, I think Renekton's still fine. I think it's a pro thing
Sure.
where these pro players just know, like, okay, if I just don't die, if I just let him impose his will, especially if I'm playing Ornn, if I just let him impose his will, eventually he's not gonna win.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
just lose gracefully.
Right.
And scale.
So yeah, if you LCS fans or pro fans are watching a game and you see a team pick Renekton, expect their win rate to drop.
Say your
by
prayers,
10%.
take your vitamins, whatever else Hulk Hogan says, but they're probably gonna lose.
Really though, but I think one of the most exciting things out of the Team Liquid Evil Geniuses game was the Impact and Jojo Pyun lane swap, and I think that caught Bwipo and Bjerg off guard. That shit was fucking insane. I mean, Jojo Pyun playing the Lucian top was insane on that champion. That was I think a 4 marksman comp, right?
Yeah, was it Graves Jungle and saying okay,
Yep.
inspired. Okay.
Yep. And Impact playing Rise mid against Bjergsen. Like that was pretty impressive too. You should not be able to roll swap into Bjergsen and then win. So that's pretty impressive. I think
I mean, to be fair, the game started with Liquid like taking an L. That fucking
they did
one,
take that L, that level 1 in the top.
that was sort of over.
The ARAM or the one for all.
That was nuts.
That was insane because Liquid had it until they
had
didn't
the
have
jump.
it anymore.
I think because so I think Core played Nautilus and I think he just hooked the Leona.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, they're level 1, right? They're not
Right.
strong, but I don't think hooking the Leona, who had, I believe, did she have Glacial? So you get a free.
They both
Q,
had Glacial.
If you take a Q in the whole, yeah, okay. So they both. There's a huge Glacial field, but I mean, you have a Lucian.
Right.
Who was their ADC? Was it Aphelios? Who was Danny playing?
Who was Danny playing? I'll look it up right now.
Well, we all know that Lucian's a very strong early game champion, so it's gonna like.
Right.
It was so wild.
Dude,
It's
it was
always wild.
absolutely fucking wild.
I love that shit when in pro they like somehow know that they just meet all 10 people just meet in the same spot is so
Right.
fucking crazy.
That
to
was
me.
pretty funny. That was actually ridiculously funny.
And it was even better with the crowd because the crowd's like, oh.
Okay, so they had Ezreal ADC,
Oof.
Leona support, JoJo on Lucian top, Impact on Ryze mid, and Inspired on Graves jungle versus Core JJ with the Nautilus support, Hansama on Ashe ADC, Bjergsen playing Victor, Santorin playing J4, and Bwipo playing GP. And I think
there you go.
Part of the reason they won here too is that J4 was effectively useless.
Yeah, he threw his standard down. That's it.
That's all he could do. Every champion could get away from his Cataclysm except for Ryze. He would have to ult out. But that doesn't do anything. You know, he ults out, okay, he takes everyone out of there. It's no big deal. J4 just had nothing to do. He does not do well into range matchups like that anyways. And they picked extremely well with the 4 marksman comp, or the 4 range comp to just say, cool, dude, come at me, J4, you're going to get pounded. And that's pretty much exactly what happened.
For that game.
Yes.
But game 5 was just...
Game 5 was a mess on EG's part. I think all the way from the draft, it was an absolute mess. Like, in what world do you think that picking fucking Renekton is good? And that's what it harks back to what I was talking about.
Was that the game Inspired picked Nidalee?
Yes.
I mean, that's just the
It's
setup.
a good combo. That setup is a great setup, but...
Plus, remember, Nidalee got buffed.
Right.
So, I mean, it's a classic, like, you know, Renekton stun and a Nidalee spear.
Right. Right. And then, you know, they had a Scion, which means, like, okay, cool,
it doesn't even
Scion.
matter if you kill that thing.
Exactly. Yep. Then the Viego, who just picks up whoever died on your team.
Was so fucking insane, dude.
The Veigar to counter any sort of movement that Nidalee or Renekton are going to try to do, right? With the cage. It's like, okay.
JoJo played Akali, right?
JoJo played Ryze.
Game 5?
Yes.
What game did he play Akali?
Game 1.
I just remember Santorin was on Viego, and all I remember hearing was it Freak saying that Santorin was playing a better Akali than JoJo.
Yes. Yeah, I think that was game 1, and they got dumpstered. And then also, Core JJ played Tom Kench, and it's like, cool, this Renekton Nidalee thing you got going on doesn't do shit. Doesn't do shit. So they lost in draft immediately, and that was exactly how that game played out, unfortunately for EG, and fortunately for TL and their fans. But going on this weekend,
Sunday, right?
Yeah, Sunday you're gonna see Evil Geniuses versus FlyQuest.
What do we say? 3-1.
I think that's gonna be a 3-1 in EG's favor. I think they're just that far ahead. If they can hold their own against Team Liquid, they're that far ahead of FlyQuest, in my opinion.
I think last summer in playoffs, I think both teams that started in the lower bracket were immediately eliminated.
Yes.
So obviously, I mean, they're the worst teams in the playoffs, so
right.
It makes sense. Something crazy could happen, like how C9 got 3-0'd, which no one was expecting. Something could happen, but yeah, I still think Cloud9's going to win.
Remember that time TSM got ass blasted by Golden Guardians and went into the lower bracket and then actually beat
won
Golden
the whole
Guardians?
thing?
Yeah. I remember everybody was all pissed off about the playoff format because of that. I'm like, I was thinking about it, like, dude, that happens so rarely.
Two best of fives of
between
the same
two teams, yeah. But like that happens so rarely. There's no perfect way to do it. No way that makes everybody happy.
Right.
But I think this gives the most excitement for all 6 teams. It gives you something to play for if you're a top 4 team and you lose. It's like, okay, I can still win this. Like, you can have a bad series. You get a little bit of redemption. I like that arc, personally.
So, yeah, C9 and GG is on Saturday coming up, and then EG and FlyQuest on Sunday, and then the following weekend is Finals weekend. TL and 100 Thieves. You're thinking loser falls down.
Loser falls down and plays the winner
of the next series
of the lower bracket series,
which I'm assuming is going to be C9 and EG.
Right.
But what did we say? Liquid and 100 Thieves. We say Liquid's probably going to win.
I think that's a 3. I think it said 3-1, but I think I'm going to edit that to a 3-2 in Liquid's favor.
I think it's going to be close.
I think it's going to be closer than I originally was expecting.
Yeah, and then
That's if 100 Thieves keeps up the form that they just played with.
Which I think they will. I think they're gonna push Liquid to their limits at least.
Yeah.
And then assuming it is C9 versus EG, who would you pick in that?
Oh, that's a good fucking question because I felt like C9 actually dominated EG all season when they played all season really in the 2 games they played. Obviously, there was the first time when C9 was at their heights, and then C9 was a little bit weaker in their second half, but I think they beat them as well. And I think as long as Summit doesn't pick Renekton, I don't think Evil Geniuses has the same talent that 100 Thieves has to shut Summit down. And Impact's good. Um, I just don't think that Inspired is on the same level as Closer in terms of being able to facilitate that mid lane. So I think that C9 ends up taking that and probably a 3-1 series.
Okay. Cool. All right. So we are going to talk about Mythic essence and content right after this break. All right, guys.
Back, everybody.
Back, Reno. Again, I'm going to keep apologizing if we don't sound as enthusiastic. It's kind of weird talking about it within like the same hour, 2 hours. But it's okay. I'm not blaming Tyler. Shit happens. OBS is kind of stupid and confusing. So,
well, you just got to make sure you click the right things and not be a fucking moron like I was. But, oh well. Mythic shop, guys. That opened last week. Last Wednesday, I believe it was.
Yep.
When that all popped out, and all of your gemstones were converted into Mythic Essence at the rate of 10 essence per 1 gemstone. So I ended up with 80 essence, and right now I currently have 95, trying to get 100 to get that Pike skin, and then the next 40 to get the Chroma and the wonderful Icon. I'll wax on again about how much I fucking can't stand icons in a minute.
I'm going to say this Pike skin is... I haven't used it in game yet, but it is so sick, dude.
I love the way it looks. I think it's... Yeah.
It's absolutely
beautiful.
So the Mythic stuff is coming out in phases. Now, phase 1 is going to be the next 6 patches, so it's going to be 3 months. And I believe they said the Ashen Knight is going to be the new... I don't know how long, but it is going to be the new like Mythic skins for the time being.
New skin line, right? Yeah.
So who knows what the next Ashen Knight skin is going to be? I'm sure it's going to be something sick. I'm trying to think of another. I mean, they could do anything.
They really can.
If they did Ashen Knight Teemo.
Oh, please don't. Please don't do anything Teemo.
So right now, Ashen Knight is available for 100 Mythic Essence. I had a total of 500. Because I currently have 400 right now, and I got the Pike skin. Yeah, I was saving, dude. I'm also saving up my event tokens to hold on to the Mythic Essence, so...
Jesus Christ.
I have a lot. But yeah, right now you can pick up Ashen Knight, Pike, Hextech Annie, Hextech Amumu, and the Prestige skins, Arcanist Zoe, Spirit Blossom Teemo, Battle Queen Diana, Project Aurelia, Pulsefire Thresh, KDA Kaisa, and if you owned some of those original Prestige skins, if you bought them when they came out, you got a little visual upgrade in game, which I haven't seen yet, but
yeah, maybe... I think I noticed it on my Prestige KDA Kaisa, but I don't remember. I don't play that champion that often because I suck at her. I like the champion, I just don't play that often, so I don't remember what it looked like before versus what it looks like now, but I do like that they're kind of giving like a legacy edition, you know what I mean? And the fact that the legacy edition actually looks better than the non-legacy edition, because I'd be very butthurt if the non-legacy edition looked better, you know what I mean?
Right. It's also a nice little thing for people who like to collect skins, they got the skins when they come out, so it's nice.
You know, those people that have PAX TF and PAX Sivir, those people.
Fuck you.
I think also, let's see, the other things you could buy were random skin shards. You could trade in 1 Mythic Essence for 50 Orange Essence or 150 Blue Essence. Why the fuck are we trading it for Blue Essence when Blue Essence doesn't even let you fucking get anything cool? It doesn't even let you get icons. And this is what I went on about
There
before
we
was
go.
that icons, why do those cost money? Why do those cost riot points? I get it when they're doing like a charity thing or they're wanting to increase what's in the pot for the world's winners or the world's competitors, I should say, not necessarily the winners, but the competitors. Um, but at any other point, why do any of the non-team icons cost real world money? Those are the most useless, stupidest fucking additions in this godforsaken game, and I just don't understand why they don't just cost blue essence. They add nothing to to my enjoyment of the game. In fact, I think most of the icons I have are from chests or esports capsules or whatever.
Now, what if the icons were like moving, like what they're like little
Okay,
NFTs?
wait. Okay, you're onto something. That would be
All right,
far more interesting.
right? Like even in the loading screen, God forbid they try to add anything else to this fucking client.
Right. Right.
Um, like you're loading into a game and you see someone's moving icon. That'd be fucking sick.
Right. That'd be far more interesting than what it is right now. So I don't like that they still give you that shit out of chests because chests are earnable. They also cost real world money.
And you can't even you instantly get them. You can't even like exchange them for orange essence.
Nope. Unless you already have that icon.
Right.
But I think even then, if you have it, I don't know. Maybe that's only the emotes. One of them you can only reroll, but you only just need one to reroll for another one if you already have it.
So, oh man.
Yeah, it's just get rid of that shit. The emotes, those should only cost blue essence. Also, those should not cost orange essence. But whatever, right? You do you, all right?
So that I mean that was pretty much what our poll was. Is
How do you guys feel about icons?
do you guys yes or no? Like, do you guys like icons enough to spend? Do you spend money on icons? Yes or no?
Yeah. And
Um,
and if you want to add why, if you think there's a caveat, you can add that to your question response.
right.
Or you can submit an audio response.
Yeah, yeah. I think
And we will play that
I
on stream for you guys.
think we haven't. We forgot to say that the last two episodes. But guys, you can click on the link in the description of this episode and submit your voice questions to us, and or maybe they're just thoughts, or maybe you want to call us idiots. I'm about it. Just tell us, record it, send it to us.
I actually checked this out earlier today because I was trying to figure out if I could find a way. If I'm not logged in, can I see if there's audio responses on Anchor FM? I could not. However, it's so easy to record one. Like literally, you just click the link and you hit comment, and it actually pulls right out of your phone.
Tyler,
Like
we
right
did
from the
ad.
mic. I know it sounds like an ad,
We did
but
the ad
like
already.
it's actually so easy. I started to record one. I just didn't send it, but I was like, wow, this is actually really easy. And I feel like maybe people are scared that it's more difficult than they think it is, or they're just scared to have their voice out, which is cool too. There's nothing
pressure.
wrong with that. But if you were concerned that it's difficult to do, it's super fucking easy. So I just wanted to put that out there for anyone who was wanting to, but they weren't sure if they wanted to record it or whatever. Super easy. And if you want to record it and you don't want us to play it, but you want us to respond, you can also tell us that too. We'll do that.
Do you guys answer the poll? Do you spend money on icons? And in the second part of your reply for the Q&A, you can tack on why.
Right.
So let's keep moving on down.
Yep.
Exclusive Mythic and Prestige skin debuts. To highlight the
I like
release of
this.
new Mythic and Prestige skins, limited edition loading screen borders and summoner icons, yeah boy,
My favorite.
can now only be obtained by purchasing in the Mythic shop or event token shop during the skin's initial debut period. I don't give a shit about loading borders either.
I'm a little I guess taken aback or confused, or maybe I didn't understand how it worked before, but I thought the borders were always only limited release, but I thought you had to pick up the border with prestige points, right? Or event tokens. Because you can't get them after that. So I don't understand why they would put that in there. I know the icons you could get from just out of a chest or re-rolling an icon or whatever. I know you could get those. But I didn't really understand the whole point of the the borders. I don't know what that.
It's just a cool, hey, I spent more money.
Right, but I don't. That's not really any different than it is now, and that's what I don't understand. Like what the fact that they even went so far to mention it, because it's the same as it ever was.
So it goes on to say, we've adjusted our plans for showcase milestones and prestige skins that debut during showcases will be available for purchase in the Mythic shop for 125 Mythic Essence, rather than as the final reward of a showcase milestone track, which is their new battle pass that they're going to be.
Yes, I actually want to go on about those when we were there. I really like the idea of adding I guess calling it a battle pass or a progression bar. I think like every game has this now, right? Every game has some sort of battle pass for the most part if there's multiplayer to it. TFT already has it.
So I'm looking at it right now, the picture and the link.
Yeah.
Explain it to me. So is this it's 125 Mythic Essence, they said? That's how much it costs?
Let me pull it up.
Will be available for purchase in the Mythic shop for 125 Mythic Essence.
Yes. Okay.
So
I think that's only. So I don't know if that's the showcase or if I think it's only the showcase that you have to pay extra for in Mythic Essence. I believe the Masterwork milestones you don't have to pay extra for.
So basically,
it doesn't say.
So you're saying as I do. So I'm like, are you looking at the picture with me?
Yep.
Okay, so explain how this works. How I'm looking at this.
So it looks like.
So I see 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, 20.
Right. So it looks like there's some sort of leveling system. What is this purple essence that's in there?
That's got to be Mythic Essence.
No, Mythic Essence doesn't look like that.
Purple? Which one are you looking at?
You're looking at the showcase milestones, right?
Does it say Project Capsule?
Yeah. Look to the left, next to the capsule, there's a purple one. It says 740.
That's Mythic Essence.
That's not what it looks like currently.
Sir, look at the bottom where it says Get More Loot. It says 740 with the purple.
Oh, that's fucking weird. Because
that's
currently
what it is.
In the okay, so they changed the picture. This must have been a mock-up. Okay.
This is old, by the way.
Yeah. This must have been I just figured they would have used the same fucking picture, but okay. Oh, it does say work in progress. Okay. So, it looks like you spend 150 of your total Mythic Essence and you open up this battle pass.
Oh, 125. 125.
Sorry, did I say 150? I meant 125.
Yeah. So you're going to get a little bit back.
So it doesn't tell you exactly what you need to do. It just says it's got a rewards a track basically from where you line up your rewards and you get these kind of the same way. Like TFT is based on XP. I wonder if these would be similar to missions. They haven't given us a better explanation than what's already here, which kind of sucks, but we do know that there's going to be tracks. I do like this idea of like, hey, if you're going to spend it, then play.
This is so I know you don't play Call of Duty, but Call of Duty, a lot of they have their battle passes when it's like 700,000 COD points or whatever. As you go through it, there's 100 tiers. You get COD points back, and you literally pays for the next one.
Right.
So I'm hoping that's what this is.
This looks kind of similar to that.
But
you should get enough essence to pay for another one.
So it's like if I'm looking at the first tier, that looks like an icon, and then the third one or the second one, it says 3. So I guess that's level 3. It looks like an emote, and then 5 is a skin shard and Mythic Essence, maybe.
Looks like it.
And then skin. I don't know what the red one. The red one must be a legendary skin.
Maybe legendary skin shard. Maybe.
Give me that. Okay, I'm already liking this. This is pretty good.
One of the things that I like about the Call of Duty one, and it's very similar to the TFT one, is that there is a free version. You just miss some of the tiers of rewards. So I wonder if they're going to incorporate that as well, or if this is going to be a purely paid for perk or track. You know what I mean?
Well, it seems if you have this motherfucker, this rich ass motherfucker has 740. Jesus Christ. It seems if you have enough to get that base 125, you might be set to just continually get these.
Right, until you spend it.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I don't know how much, we don't know how many tiers.
We don't know how much you have to play or what you have to do to earn these.
Or how much your Mythic Essence, like, are we, it says, I see 10, I see 30, looks like at 20, the next one next to the 20, looks like there's another purple one, so maybe, maybe you might not get all of it back, but maybe close to it.
Right.
Not bad.
Yeah, no, I find it rather interesting, and I think it's a nice wrinkle, a little extra something for earnables in the game.
New.
Right. I like the idea of it. And then there's the masterwork milestones, which I think are more or less the same. Um, this says masterwork milestones are an infinitely repeatable rewards track for opening masterwork chests. All masterwork chests count towards this track no matter how you obtain them. Example, mission rewards, not just ones you purchase directly. We're currently planning the following rewards. I don't buy masterwork chests because I feel like they fucking suck. I don't feel like they do anything for you. So, this is just a nice one, but I like this is just always there.
Right.
And that's infinitely repeatable and that you can get these rewards over and over again. I find that rather interesting. And I think, and I know this is phase 2 and they don't have a whole lot about phase 3 out, but phase 3 looks like they're going to bring the same idea to the event passes. And they're going to look more like a battle pass as opposed to having the missions, I think. Or the missions are going to be XP in tiers for this, kind of like the way TFT works. I think the way the TFT event pass works is much, 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 much better than the way the base game event pass works.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff to get excited for, unless they take a 4-year break and
right.
I mean, they're going to be pumping out a lot of shit. They need to get that MMO going, and they're going to need as much money as possible.
Right. Yes, they are.
And I want to make sure I'm getting rewarded for the amount of money I'm spending.
Right. We spend a lot of money on this fucking game. This free-to-play game.
I think the last time I looked maybe was like last year, and I think I was at $2,500, which is honestly not that bad considering
it's not horrible.
We're 8 years deep.
Right.
So someone do some fucking math. That's less than less than $300 a year. About $300 a year.
Something like that, which is less than you would pay if you had a console and bought, games every other month.
Right.
So it kind of comes out to be about the same.
It's just something to actually get excited for. I like skins. Right. I like cosmetics. Right. I feel like I'm not getting fucked over. Like I feel like skins in like other games, like Fortnite and shit. Just I don't know. Just not.
When is League gonna give me official announcer packs? That's what I want.
Hold on. Shut up.
I want Freak to be an announcer in this fucking game, dude.
When is League getting a battle royal?
No, but seriously, dude, if you had Freak or Captain Flowers,
I would like announcer packs, or even like cool. Champions.
I know that, even Champions. I know that there's third-party options,
right?
But like, I want an official one that you don't have to use a third-party program, and I think an official one shouldn't screw the game up by having too many things, because you're just changing the voice of the announcer, so you're just subbing one thing out and another thing in. You know,
I would pay for that.
I would. I actually would. That's worth real money, and I would love to have a Captain Flowers one, Riot.
Dog, they mentioned that years ago.
Well, that's because that's what Dota has.
Like they're like, oh yeah, we're working on custom,
custom announcers. That would be sick. I like it when they did the Gangplank event and you had Gangplank announcing everything on the Murder Bridge. I thought that was really sick, and so I would love to see them bring that back as part of, even if it was a Mythic Essence thing. But
something Riot, we're giving you fucking $1 million ideas, dog.
Right. Fuck your Louis Vuitton clothing line.
I think the last thing to mention on is not even that important, is that they are getting rid of Hextech rentals. So for people who, what they clearly state right here is some people didn't even know you could do this, but you could rent skins before you purchase skin shards. Skin shards.
It's like, I knew you could, but like I didn't give a shit. I never gave a shit, so I'm glad they're getting rid of that. It does nothing. No one used it, so.
Yep, is that it?
I think that's it, dude. I think we hit just about the same things in about 10 less minutes.
Yeah, so we shaved a little bit of time. You guys didn't hear us
with dead air, so that's actually probably a good thing.
So yeah, guys, as always, rate. I've been checking Apple Podcasts. Haven't got anything new yet, but that's okay.
No, but we do have 11 ratings.
I like that. Thank you for everyone who's rated us so far.
I think they're all 5-star ratings too. So for all of you guys that are doing that, I do appreciate you guys. Seriously.
Yeah, rate us, follow us, hit up the link tree. Got all our fucking links in there.
Yep.
Also going to be trying to stream a little bit more if you guys want to come play with us. Primarily would be probably be on either Friday or Saturday nights.
Yes.
Might try to do it this weekend. Not sure. But come hang out, guys. Come out, hang out in the Discord. We got people that are looking for Clash. We can't. Tyler and I can't play Clash. We haven't played Clash in a while, but it's just kind of we don't have that much time to commit.
I've never played Clash, and I have a hard time committing to the times at which the games are because they're usually late at night, and that's usually when my girlfriend gets home from work, and we take care of all the stuff that we didn't take care of during the week. So yeah, unfortunately, as much as I'd love to play Clash, it's not necessarily in the cards for me unless I have a fully free day. But
yep.
There are constantly at least 1 or 2 or 3 people looking for people to play Clash with in the Discord, and I'm actually getting a lot of joy out of watching guys communicate and build teams and forge new friendships with other people that are playing the game, through our community. I think that's really actually fucking sick, and so I'm kind of proud of that. And I just want to shout out RJ for consistently being down to play Clash with people, and I want to shout out AZAP for buying in and being a part of that as well.
As always, guys, we will see you on Friday for Jax and Kale.
Yes, we will.
Champion review. And
yes, we will.
Enjoy your week.
All right, guys.